Some breaking news to bring you, and the BBC has today published a review that was set up to establish the facts around the decision to appoint Martin Bashir as religious affairs correspondent in September 2016, a role that was promoted to religion editor in 2018. Now, this review looked at three questions. Was the recruitment process intended to find the right person for the role, as opposed to being predetermined? What did those who appointed Martin Bashir know about his previous misconduct in relation to the 1995 Panorama interview and his other public controversies? And in what circumstances was Martin Bashir's role regraded in 2018? Let's bring in our royal correspondent, Rhiannon Mills, who's been having a look at that review. And Rhiannon, what has it concluded?
So I think it's worth reminding everyone that this has actually come as a result of that Dyson report that was released at the end of May, which was looking at exactly how Martin Bashir had managed to secure that really explosive interview with Princess Diana, that Panorama interview back in 1995. And through that Dyson report, they found that Martin Bashir had, in essence, lied. He'd used fake bank statements in order to convince Earl Spencer, so Princess Diana's brother, to introduce him to Diana, and made them both feel that they were being spied on in some sense. So in essence, he used that to secure the interview. It was then, within the BBC, found out that he had used fake documents, and that was then covered up. Now, as a result of that report, there were also then questions about why exactly, after Martin Bashir had left the BBC, why it was decided to rehire him in 2016 under the role of religious affairs correspondent. Now, this latest review, in essence, has found that when it came to the interview process, the BBC did all the right things. The person behind the report says, in my view, the recruitment process for the religious affairs correspondent was targeted at finding the right person for the role. Although there were some shortcomings in the process by which he was re-employed, I am satisfied that he was ultimately appointed because his knowledge and experience were considered to be the best match to the requirements for the role at the time. It goes on to say, I have found no evidence that Martin Bashir was rehired to contain or cover up the events surrounding the 1995 Panorama programme. In my view, that theory is entirely unfounded. It also goes on to say that those who were involved in the recruitment process actually were not aware of the fact that Martin Bashir had used these fake documents and lied surrounding the Panorama interview. There's also, in the press release we've had from the BBC, a statement from the BBC Director General, Tim Davie, in which he thanks Ken Macquarie for carrying out this report and says it finds the recruitment process was targeted to find the right person for the role, and it was conducted in good faith. But it does go on to say that while the report finds processes were largely followed at the time, it is clear we need to reflect on the findings to ensure consistent best practice is applied in our recruitment. And also, I think this is a really interesting line. It says, finally, it is without doubt that had the organisation been aware of what is now publicly known because of the Dyson report, Martin Bashir would never have been reappointed. So in many ways, this is a good report for the BBC, saying that actually when it came to re-employing Martin Bashir, they went through all of the right processes, but once again reaffirming that if those involved in the recruitment process had known that he'd previously lied and acted in the way that he had, the deceitful way that he had to secure the Panorama interview, he simply would not have been re-employed in that role.